Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Daily Bones Diary series installment. It's day 37. Admittedly, there's stuff that I want to talk about, but the personal stuff I'm going to save for a different day because I guess the personal stuff is just more so things that I still want to think about and, ponder about and all that stuff. So I'm going to save that for a different day. But in terms of the other stuff, I guess exciting news more or less. Pretty fun day. Got to go out and watch a movie with my little brother, and afterwards we had lunch together outside too. I think we went to Charlie's Philly cheesesteaks and everything. That was pretty good. That was really nice. Other than that, not too bad. Otherwise not too bad. Uh, I guess, I could potentially just turn this episode into another movie review sort of thing, and honestly don't mind because the movie that I got to saw today was Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Infinity Castle Part 1, to be more precise, because I know they're coming out with 2 more parts later on in the upcoming years, but this is the first part already, and I'm going to be very frank with you. I'm going to be very frank. I'm going to be very direct with you at all points. It's so good. It is a good movie. It is a fantastic movie. I'm gonna be very real with you. You know what I'm saying? The movie is great in terms of like people who have seen the show, who have not seen the show. You know what I mean? I would say that if you have seen the show, it's more better suited for you because you already know the characters, you already know how their personality is, you know how they kind of interact, and you know what they kind of do and stuff. But the movie does kind of give a little bit of good moments here and there of kind of like showing like okay like these are the characters, these are how they kind of are as a person, these are kind of what they kind of do, how they interact with others, their dynamics. It's kind of good in hinting towards that, but if you want that like kind of full kind of connection and like that kind of deeper understanding as to like how the hierarchy kind of plays out and like why this particular individual is so important to this character for like what reason and everything, then I'd say it's better to watch the show. In that case, it is better to watch the show. I mean, thankfully the show itself too is very good. It's very fun. It's enjoyable, the show itself being overall, but other than that, I would say it's a good movie. It's just a really good movie. I know the movie came out just recently, so I don't want to do a whole spoiler review sort of thing because I think that would be kind of unfair, especially for people who haven't seen it because it only came out I think 2 days ago. But it's just a beautiful movie. Animation, of course. UFO table, UFO table, UFO table. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they killed it. They absolutely killed it. Animation looked beautiful. Scenery looked amazing. Certain shots, I swear to God, it was just a wonderful experience as is. It was great. Plot, of course, if you're following the show, you know exactly what the plot is. If you're kind of new into it, the plot is a little different, but they kind of explain it, so it kind of matches pretty well. I know the sub version of the movie is just fantastic as is. I actually did like a last minute booking of a ticket, and I got to see the dub version, and the dub version is also really good too. Much love to the actors and actresses that lended their voice to this movie and everything. They did an amazing, astounding job, without a doubt. It was fantastic through and through. Voice acting and all that, the emotion, the screams, the yells, the hesitant moments. It was all fantastic, absolutely fantastic. In terms of the fights, fantastic. I'm talking about in this one part movie alone, they introduce a fight which I believe is going to be kind of like a little bit of an overarching fight into the next movie, so that's still not resolved. But they introduce that fight, pretty beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The second fight that they show, a little bit of a smaller one, but it is so well done. Oh my god. Effects, great. Sound design, fantastic. Just the character motivations alone were great. The anger, the frustration in the voices were beautiful. They were beautiful. And, just the overall way it panned out, oh, fantastic. Easily one of the, coolest short fights I got to see, but it was great. the final fight, which is obviously like the main brunt that I feel like a lot of people have been kind of talking about too, especially if you're within that kind of anime community, Demon Slayer community. It was beautiful. It was beautiful through and through. Again, choreography was top notch, dynamic scenes great, angles fantastic. Location just beautiful. I mean, even like the side, I guess, characters, or like like the background characters, they have their moments too of kind of shining here and there. It's great. The overall scenic shots were beautiful as well too. I mean, it's just an overall great movie. It's just a fantastic movie. And with like the new statements coming out, like saying like, oh yeah, like they did fantastic numbers, domestically, at like they're killing it as an international movie with like great ticket sales and like great premiere opening as like like one of the first, I guess, or one of the few R-rated anime movies, like as a premiere, like top in the charts and everything. I can see why. I can genuinely see why, because it's just that good. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be very, very honest with you. It's a 10 out of 10. I mean, if you're okay with like pacing, being like high octane action fights, and then there's moments of like talking and like a little bit of flashbacks and a little bit of a deeper, I guess, look into stuff. If you're okay with that, definitely within your ballpark. Definitely within your ballpark. I will say that the movie overall runtime is 2.5 hours long. I will admit, at certain points it did kind of feel like it was a little too long, just a little bit, but at the same time, it was necessary. That's all I'm gonna say. It was absolutely necessary, especially if you're gonna establish the characters, establish if you're gonna, lay down their motivation, the reason why they are who they are, and why they kind of are looking into this, I guess, mode of thought process and action. If you're gonna establish that, you need the time that you can get. You need the time that you can get. You need the time. You need the, the setting for it to establish it. So, while it was a little long in that department, absolutely worth it. Absolutely 100% worth it. If you guys are interested in watching that movie, please absolutely do so. Absolutely do so. It was a fantastic, fantastic movie. 10 out of 10. As you guys know, I'm still excited for Chainsaw Man, the movie. I know that's coming out next month, towards the end of the month. I think October 29th. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, fully honest and frank. Let's see how that pans out too. But for this movie, it was fantastic. It was absolutely, absolutely great. And if you're interested in watching that movie, but you're a little bit unsure as to how it is, I'm telling you, go watch it. It's so much fun. All right, I'm gonna end it there, y'all.